Hello friends, welcome to Physics Live channel. Today we are going to study frames of reference. Okay, here we are studying frames of reference and in which we are studying the Newton's laws and Galilean transformation, etc. So first of all, we are giving an introduction, that is, you know that mechanics is a study of motion. Okay, mechanics is a study of motion. So something about motion, that is mechanics. In other words, it is a theory of motion. A physical theory is a mathematical framework constructed upon some fundamental physical laws. Okay, the fundamental physical laws of classical mechanics is called Newton's law of motion. You know, in Newton's laws of motion, a body in a state of motion, if it has changed its position with respect to some stationary objects and the surrounding and is in a state of rest, if it does not change its position with respect to some stationary objects in the surrounding. Okay, so that is, if you are considering a state of motion in which the body which changes its position with respect to some stationary objects. Okay, the body which is at rest means it does not change its position with respect to some stationary objects. So in which we get the simple explanation of the state of rest and state of motion. The symbol is the description of motion. We require some references. Okay, so we said that the state of motion or state of rest in which the changes of position with respect to some other stationary object. So we have to compare it with some bodies. So we should need a reference. For that, the reference chosen for the description of motion, that is called frame of reference. Okay, what do you mean a frame of reference? That is, we have to choose a reference for to describe a motion of the body. Okay, that is called a frame of reference. Okay, so for frame of reference, if you are considering a body which is moving in a space in which it is moves in a three-dimensional space, so for that we have a mathematical representation of a frame of reference like a three mutually perpendicular frame of reference, that is any system we have to consider. Okay, three mutually perpendicular straight lines in empty space, the coordinate system which represents the motion of the body. Okay, these three mutually perpendicular lines in which the three mutually perpendicular lines intersect at one point, that is called the origin. If you are considering a coordinate system, a Cartesian coordinate system, and in which we are considering a point P in which it represents a particle which at a distance, a position vector of r from origin. Okay, and you know that we have three axes, that is x, y and z, and in which the x-axis in which we have an unit vector, that is I, j, k. With respect to y-axis there is j, and with respect to z-axis there is k. Okay, and we can represent the position of this particle as p, the position vector that r is equal to, for p particle, the position vector r is equal to x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap, and we can represent the change in the position, that is known as the velocity. So dr by dt, that's equal to dx by dt I cap plus dy by dt j cap plus dz by dt k cap. So you know that r vector is the displacement or position vector of the particle p, and we can find the position with respect to time derivative, and we get the velocity. And after we can also find the acceleration, that is time derivative of the velocity vector, that is, you know, that dv by dt, that is the acceleration, and that's equal to d square r by dt square, and we get that d square x by dt square I cap plus d square y by dt square j cap plus d square z by dt square k cap. Okay, so we get the acceleration here. So for that, the frame of reference which shows the complete description of the motion of a body. Okay, so that is all about the frame of reference.